All right, guys. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Donald Trump's ban, the executive order that restricts travel from certain countries, Yemen, Somalia, Sudan, Iraq, Iran, a couple others too, right? You know what I know about those countries? Those countries have now produced people who have come to America and killed Americans. So it gets real funky, doesn't it? Like, if I wanted to stop people from coming to my house who have broke stuff in my house, wouldn't I want to stop the people that actually broke stuff? Or would I just stop people who never broke stuff? That makes sense, right? You stop the people that came in before and did the thing. One of the arguments that's going around is that, well, you know, Trump hasn't really banned Muslims because there are a lot of Muslim-populated countries that are not on the list. Countries like Chad, Cameroon, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, India, Indonesia, not on the list. And it gets even a little bit more murky because some of these countries that have produced terrorists in America who have killed Americans, like Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Egypt, Turkey, those countries aren't on the list. And Trump happens to have business dealings in those countries. So does that mean that there's some type of conflict of interest going on here? It gets even more crazy because I'm a black man in America with issues of mass incarceration. And I'm seeing all of these black folks get really up in arms about the travel ban. We need to stand with the Muslims. We need to stand with our brothers and sisters. And I feel you. I do. I feel you because I'm a moral person myself. I hate to see anybody going through pain. But do those people you're talking about, do they stand with us on mass incarceration, poverty, unemployment? These are just questions. Now, I know that some of you who consider yourselves liberal, you may not want to even get into it, you know. I've seen comments where when this issue was brought up about how immigration impacts black Americans mostly, people say things like, well, you know, I don't want to pick and choose. I just want to help everybody. But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. We got people in this country who aren't being helped. We got people in this country right now who are citizens, who this country was built using their blood and sweat where they were never compensated, and you don't want to have that conversation, but somehow you want to, I don't know, browbeat me into supporting this fight against a 90-day or 120-day ban on issuing visas. You get what I'm saying? Hard-working black folks, regular black folks who aren't celebrities, who aren't stars, maybe they're not getting this information, so maybe Tim Black has to give it to them because nobody else is. Listen, I do not support a ban on anyone. I just don't. But I also don't think it's that big an issue because it will go away. But you know what will not go away? All the black folks in prison for petty crimes. What hasn't gone away? The poverty rate for black children. You know what has not gone away? Disproportionate police interactions with black folks that end in violence. These things have not gone away. High unemployment in the black community, almost double that of its white counterparts. But we don't have time to talk about that. Let's talk about the Muslims that are coming to America who have to wait an additional 3 months. And don't get me wrong, that sucks. It sucks if you've been waiting 18 months to 2 years to come to America and then you find out you got to wait an additional 3 months, maybe 4. Not cool. And the people that were in the air on their way to America who didn't even know what was going on and then they get held up at the airport, that's not cool. I don't agree with it. But like I said, I don't agree with the poverty rate being as high as it is for black folks. I don't agree with black folks suffering in this country like we have been. And that may not be something that people want to listen to because it's not in to talk about that because it's an old issue. But I'm going to keep going right back to that issue because it matters to me. And if you are saying you are a liberal, it should matter to you. It may seem harsh what I'm saying, but you know what? It is harsh. Who am I fooling? It's harsh. But with my brothers in Yemen If I fight for you, if I march for you, my brothers in Libya who want to come to this country who can't for a couple of months, if I fight for you, will you go fight for me to end mass incarceration? And if so, where you been? My brothers from Somalia, my brothers from Sudan, if you want me to fight for you, where you been when we were talking about poverty rate in these locations in America for black folks? See, somebody has to advocate and keep it real on both sides of the equation. The fact of the matter is you're more likely to be killed by a white man with an assault rifle pissed off about his job than you ought to be killed by somebody named Yusuf, Mohammed, or whatever from Yemen or Iraq. Does that bother you? And if so, how do we ban that? I don't know. Maybe we should ask Donald Trump that question. I'm Tim Black. Go to timblacktv.com to get more information like this and follow me on Twitter and Facebook as Real Tim Black. I don't like this travel ban that affects these people, that makes it harder for Muslims and easier for Christians. I also don't appreciate high poverty, high unemployment, mass incarceration on black folks in communities right here. And until people start getting louder about that, miss me with all the outrage. They can wait 3 months. We got people dying right here, right now. What up?
Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee.